So how to handle cash flow as a startup is a challenging thing, because actually when you start up you don't have the financial resources you will do in a corporate. You don't have that backing, and actually in a way that hunger and leanness is fantastic for businesses too, so let's not forget about the advantages that has. But I think it's incredibly important to think about everything being about your runway. How long can you last as a business without any money? How are you comfortable surviving as a startup? Because actually that's the worst case, right? No business, no budget. How are you going to cope at all? And if that was your actual start point, then you're going to be an incredibly lean and hungry business. And really thinking about how you monetize. What is my first client? How do I get them on board? And actually all those things are incredibly valuable for building a brilliant business, because you're really thinking about what's needed. As a mentor and judge for things like Set Squared, you meet incredibly innovative people that can have amazing ideas, and if they have no sense of how to apply them, they're actually just brilliant ideas. They're not brilliant businesses. So I think that's understanding of runway, of understanding of the need to get that first customer, because it proves something. If someone's willing to pay you, they think your idea is worth something. As with all business, it's thinking about which relationships you need. Who do you need to build that know, like and trust with? And of course, it's quite surprising when you start up how narrow your network could actually be. So the first thing you've got to really think about when you're starting up your business is, do I have the right network? Is it helpful to me as a business? Or actually, do I need to build a brand new one? And how do I do that? And that could be quite terrifying to begin with, thinking I have no useful contacts that will help me with this idea at all. And I have certainly mentored startups where that has started to become something which is stopping them from building their business, because they realise that it's not going to get out to anybody. They don't know anyone that they need to know. And so then the question becomes how you start building it. So in my own experience, I guess one of the things I challenged myself to learn was social media. What other fears did I experience as a startup or an entrepreneur? There's so many. I guess one of the very first ones that I remember is thinking about how I needed to be a public face for Cube Social. We had a discussion in the office. It was a reality now, social media and profiling, and how it needed to be faces, not just a brand, especially as you start. And actually, who knows if that brand will be in place, the name you start with. So let's start with the human. Let's start with the fact that investors are all about whether they think you're a good team. And that's always about the human. So that means you have to be profiled. You have to be a face of your organisation. So tips for women specifically. It's always a challenging question for me, because I don't tend to think of myself as a woman entrepreneur. I just think of myself as an entrepreneur.